In my family, it's on my mother's side. I had two aunts, one, both in wheelchairs. One, I know she died young. I remember her husband used to just pick her up, put her over his shoulder, and bring her to the car and all that. And my other aunt, I remember her walking with difficulty, and then she had a cane, and then she had a wheelchair. And I have a brother who was the most severe for him. He was in a wheelchair early. He couldn't walk, and I also have a sister. She's also in a wheelchair. So all the aunts I remember, they were in wheelchairs, and in my family. I stress about that is that I didn't know what it was. We just accepted that that's how the family was, and you just kind of helped your aunts or helped your brother. And there's some funny stories about how you try and help each other, because it is difficult at times, especially if you're in a wheelchair, to maneuver people or help them. And there's funny stories, but I won't tell you the funny stories. My sister won't appreciate it. But I guess we never really knew, and we were just, like from my parents, we were just, we were like ordinary. And so they never treated us as special or no, you can't do that. She really encouraged us to find a life, and to find a work life and a social life, and she encouraged us to go to school. Social workers, and she's the one who just retired recently. And in between, we ran a bakery. We ran a consultation company. It was just, I became a coordinator for a library. Currently, I do some volunteer work in our local church. I sit as the, reception and visitors, and do tours and things like that. So all to say is that despite the disability, you can live a fulfilling life. It's just that you do it in a different way. You find different paths to that life of what you want to do. My brother, even though he was in a wheelchair, he did become a dispatcher for the peacekeepers when they started. He was also a telephone operator for the Cathy Memorial Hospital, and he was extremely smart. My brother, I always liked his expression. He used to say to me, his name was Justin, he used to say to me, "You know what, Cathy," he says, "I can't move or I can't go anywhere, but I have 1,000 rooms in my mind, and that's where I can go to be in different places." how are we going to get in? Is it level to go onto the sidewalk? The door have a button to get in. When we go in, say we're going to a restaurant, how are the tables set up? Do they know? Because a lot of restaurants, they crunch people in, which, okay, they want to make, more economically for them. It's better if they have more spaces. And what are the chairs like? And am I going to be able to sit in a chair? Because I have a hard time climbing stairs. I can't climb stairs at all. If I climb stairs, I have to pull myself on the railing, if there's a railing. So where's the bathroom? Are there steps? And all these things that have to go through your head before you go anywhere. Even where I sit at the table, is it too crunched, or can I get up easily? Are the chairs comfortable? Because sometimes when you sit a long time, you get really sore. If I go to the washroom, where is it? Are the toilet seats high? Those kind of things. And it's a lot of things that people just don't have to think about. And it was just to check for, we were in the car. Didn't want to get out and walk, so all we checked for was the number of handicap spots in each building. Were they designed also for a van? Because my sister drives her own van. Yeah, by the way, again, she's the one in the wheelchair. She drives her own van. It's all geared to her. She gets in with her wheelchair and she drives. So we checked for that. We checked for the proximity to the building, the handicap parking spot. How far is it away from the building? And then we checked, is it low level, or like here there's a ramp. What was the ramp like to get in? And then the actually to get in, is there a button to get in? Just those things. And it was quite surprising where someone without a disability would say, oh yeah, that's fully accessible. And we had to go and tell them, well, no, it's not. Because you take someone who with a disability, wheelchair, hard time walking, or hard time seeing, and we told them that no, it's not accessible. Some places where there's stairs to go down, there was no strips. You need to put black strips to make the differentiation, or else a person that can't see well, it's all one. They can't make the differentiation of the steps. Other places, it's nice they had handicap parking spots near the building, but it's on a slant. So you're already getting out, and you don't walk well, and the handicap spots like that. It's graded. It's just not level, so it would be difficult to get out. Other places, even with a ramp, when you have a ramp, it has to be completely, first of all, it has to be to regulation, which a lot of them are not to regulation. And even if it is to regulation, you have to be careful that someone in a wheelchair, that there's not a little lip somewhere. With a disability, should not be afraid to tell them, you don't have a handicap parking spot here, or first of all to the service workers, to tell them. I've gone in and I said, oh, that rug you have here, it's slippery, they may not do anything about it, but if I keep saying it, I've gone to other places and I says, you don't have a handicap spot here. It's hard, I said I had to park way over there, to come here, oh yeah, it's true, you know. So they'll say that in any situation you find yourself in where you need to speak, say it, you know. The other thing I would suggest is just again, I think like we were talking before, is to let people know you need help. You know, like I said today, I asked Roseanne to come and help me. But I've gone to maybe some of our local stores and it depends. Sometimes I can go by myself. Usually my sister comes with me. But there just happened to be a day, like she wasn't able to come with me, so I went by myself and I got my groceries over the grocery store and I said, how am I going to get out, you know? Because the groceries, first of all, it's heavy. I didn't think I was going to buy as much as I did, but I did. So I says, okay. So I tell them, I says, I'm taking the cart with me to bring this to my car. And they say, okay, no problems. And that's good that way, you know, because they let you take the cart out, and I brought it to my car. So I brought the cart back in, and I said, okay, now I'm going to walk to my car, you know. So this nice young man was coming up. I says, oh, can you help me? He says, I have a hard time to walk. No problem, you know. So it's not a problem to ask someone. Don't be afraid even to ask for help, but at the same time, tell them what you need.